Good morning everyone. Welcome to our seminar 4. Please do register your attendance. Here is the attendance link. Great to see you all. Thank you for being here on time. So we'll start in a minute. Thank you so much for coming on time. I hope that your semester is going well. Please do register your attendance. Here's the link. So welcome. Let us get started. Welcome to seminar 4. So before we start today's activities, we will have 2 activities today. But before we start, let me just remind you that you need to complete your job application portfolio. If you haven't done so, this is your 20% of your grade. Remember to put your job advertisement at the top, customize, update your CV and cover letter. Both your CV and cover letter should demonstrate a good job for the job requirements. So job advertisement, CV, cover letter, and then your poster. Creative CV or vision board. Choose one of them. Okay, so you need to attach them. I want to remind you that I have written some articles to guide you how to make your CV outstanding. Make sure you read this article. A complete guide to creating a creative CV. If you want to do a creative CV, I also have written an article about that. Check it out. If you choose to do vision board, again, I have written another article, how to create your own vision board. Please check out this article. It is, I think this article has been read by like 12,000 people, so it's a very popular one. You can check it out and follow the guidance provided here. Okay. And for your cover letter, how to write an absolutely impressive cover letter. Again, I have written another article to guide you. Please make sure you check this out as well. Okay, so have a look at these as you prepare your job application package. I also included a set of resources, articles for you. When you're entering the job market, you might want to look at these articles and resources. Again, it is another resource. You might want to check it out. I also shared this one, but I want to remind you, if you haven't read this one, please make sure you read this as well. 15 smart strategies to navigate economic depression. So we are still going through tough times. There's inflation everywhere. Although we have passed the pandemic, the job market is still tough. So you might want to read this article and apply the strategies that are listed here. Okay, so just as a reminder, please finish up your portfolio so that you can open up more time for other parts of your portfolio, of your bigger portfolio. So please make sure you finish it. Okay. So today's agenda, and please check out these resources for the job market that I talked to you about. So today's agenda, we will have 2 activities today, benchmarking exercise and the Canvas exercise. Benchmarking exercise and the Canvas exercise. Let's remember what we did. In seminar 1 activity, you created your top 10 employable skills evidence. In seminar 2 activity, you created your evidence table for self-directed learning. In seminar 3, you created a flower exercise to reflect on your ideal job. And in seminar 4, you chose one of these options: logo, 10 responses, role models, job applications, SWOT analysis, and create your own Netflix show. So you'll do just one of these. Okay. So any questions up till now about your job applications or about the first 4 seminar activities? Okay, please feel free to ask if you have any questions. Okay, so let's kickstart our seminar 5 activity. We will do benchmarking for your individual career success. Okay? Benchmarking is widely used in organizations. Let's say you want to improve your processes, look at Toyota. If you want to improve design thinking, look at IDEO. If you are into product design, look at Apple. If you are into creative animations, look at Pixar, etc. So you can look at these best global brands. They announce best global brands every year. You can look at them and benchmark their processes. You can benchmark everything. As you can see, primary activities are, you can benchmark them. They are logistics, inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales, and service. So you can look at how other companies are doing these. You can also look at procurement, technology, HRM, infrastructure. These are called support activities. How do other companies deal with these? So you can identify capabilities, resources that can add value by using benchmarking. So it is widely used in organizations. But today, as an individual, how can you use benchmarking? You will do that. So you will be learning from brands in this table. You will be learning from brands, country brands, organizational brands, and individual brands. So you will be creating inspiration and learning from a mix of these brands, country level, organizational level, and individual level. So you'll do this at the 3 levels. And what you will do is, first you will summarize the unique success contribution of this brand using 10 keywords or phrases related to that brand. Whether this brand is an individual, country, or an organization or a company. You just put 10 keywords first. Then you summarize your learning. How can this brand help you? Can you summarize your learning, your inspiration in a couple of sentences? And third, you identify an action plan to take. How can you take this forward? Okay, so at the first level, and this is your table, you will choose this table. It is in your handout. So if you go to Blackboard, please go to Blackboard and go to seminar files, seminars fall 2021. And if you go to today's seminar, seminar 4, you will see the benchmarking table. So please download that table, benchmarking table. Please download that table. You will be working on this table. Okay, please download that table, benchmarking table. You'll be working on this table and create brands, write about brands and what you learned from these brands. So you'll populate this table. And first we start with country brands. There is an index report about country brands. Please download it. It's a PDF in your Blackboard. It is at the top. Please download that. That's country brand index report. You will see different countries represented here in this report. It's a PDF document. So Ramanjit, if you have experiences in any field in your job application, please make sure you mention them. I'm not sure if you asked it in your job application, but of course, if you have some experiences, you need to mention them and you need to build on them to show your strengths, for sure. So please download this country brand index. As you can see, number 1 brand is Japan, and then you see Switzerland, Germany, Sweden, and Canada as top 5. Look at the country brands, what you can learn from them. And then what you will do is, in this table, you will choose 3 country brands, 3 country brands. They might be from this report, or you can choose any other country as well. So you can choose, write the country brand is in number 1, number 2, and number 3 in the first column. In the second column, type up 10 keywords about this country, about this brand. Let's say if you have chosen Japan, think of all qualities related to the country of Japan or the brand of Japan. So you can put anime, Kaizen philosophy, Toyota, some of the top Japanese brands, maybe Tokyo, Japanese culture, samurai culture, etc. Yeah, so you can put keywords here first, and then what can you learn from the culture of this brand? Let's say, what can you learn from the success story of Japan, let's say? If you have chosen Japan, then what can you learn from the success story of the Japan brand and the country Japan, let's say? So you just summarize it in a couple of bullet points, and then action point, what will you do about it? Let's say, will you be visiting Japan? Will you be learning Japanese, improve your Japanese? Will you visit Tokyo? Will you spend a couple of weeks there or months, maybe find some internship or job there, etc.? How will you continue your learning about Japanese culture or language, etc.? Okay, so as you identify these, please populate this table. So the first 3 brands, you will identify countries, okay? And you can use countries from this PDF report if you want, or you can choose countries that you really like, okay? So please type up your country brands. Start with their keywords, and then what did you learn in your insights, inspiration, and then what are your action points? What will you do about it? So we start with countries. Identify 3 countries. Let's go forward with 3 countries that you really like. You don't have to rely on this PDF report, by the way. You can choose anything, any country. So please populate your table, type up quickly which countries have you chosen. You can write them in the brand section. So just wrap up your countries, please. So as you can see here in this sample, let's say you have chosen the UK. You can write up things that come to your mind when you think about UK. Royal family, the Queen, Meghan maybe, Harry, Meghan and Harry. What else? David Beckham, Brexit, London, Boris Johnson. What else? Like, just list them. And then what can you learn? Let's say maybe you learned from London Olympics regarding the success of London Olympics, or maybe you can reflect on the negative impact of Brexit and how it has led to this energy crisis and food crisis, petroleum crisis, etc., supply chain crisis, things like that. Yeah, related to, maybe you can say a few words about what you learned from British culture or commerce or technology or fashion, whatever. And then your action points. Maybe you will learn more about British culture. How will you do that? Let's say maybe you want to stay in this country, apply for jobs if you have come to the UK recently, or you know, what else? Like, what else will you be doing regarding to the UK? Just put them as action points. Whichever country, right? South Korea, let's say Seoul, Samsung, BTS, Parasite movie that got the Oscar, Squid Game, whatever comes to your mind, yeah? You can reflect on some success stories, success story of Samsung, for example, and the other technology brands. You can also reflect on cultural success, cultural soft power of South Korea. They have conquered the world with this Squid Game or Parasite or all this BTS, the army. So they are immensely successful, right? So you can list them, and then maybe you can say, I will learn Korean on Duolingo, or visit Seoul, Korea, etc. Maybe go to a BTS concert, whatever, you know. So say a few words about what you will do. It's just, let's finish up the countries now. Okay. Let's finish up countries. Now I want you to consider, choose organizations. I want you to choose 4 companies. 4 companies that you would like to work for, maybe. 4 companies as your brands. Which are your top company brands? I want you to choose 4 companies that inspire you. You can see that these are the top 100 global brands: Apple, Google, Coca-Cola, IBM, Microsoft. These are the some of the world's leading companies. And this is a more recent list: Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and their brand values: Samsung, Coca-Cola. So you can choose some of these. For this, you can download the report on Blackboard. You should have another report. It is called Best Global Brands Report. That is the 5th one, Best Global Brands Report. So they include strategies of top 100 global brands. Open that report, Best Global Brands Report. You can choose from that report as well. And they also include so much strategies, brand strategies in this report. It's a very detailed report, so you can learn so much from this report as well. Look at these top global brands and choose the ones that you would like to work for, let's say, you admire. Is it Google? Is it Apple? ByteDance maybe? So whichever. So you can look at this report as well to learn more about their strategies. Each company's strategy, as you will see, is explained in a page or 2. You can look at these pages to learn more about their brand strategies, and you can turn it into learning. Okay? So make sure you download this report and have a look at it. It is called Global Brands report. Okay, so you can also choose from Fast Company, most innovative company list. Fast Company announces the most innovative companies in Silicon Valley each year. Maybe you can choose their list as well. They are younger technology companies and startups mostly. And you can see different brands are represented by different colors here, which is really interesting. For example, black is always the color of fashion. As you can see, all fashion brands, they are always black, their logos, yeah? Whereas technology brands prefer blue because it's more trustworthy. If you want to convey energy, then red is your color, etc. So you can see how different colors are associated with different brands. Gray is slick and timeless. That's why Apple uses it. Okay, so let's please decide on your organizational brands and populate your table. I want you to choose 4 brands, 4 organizations. Number 4, 5, 6, and 7. Please populate the organizations, and then you will choose 10 keywords about this company. What can you learn from their success story? Just summarize it in 2 or 3 bullet points, and then identify an action point. Maybe you will apply for an internship there. Maybe you will apply for a job there. Maybe you will do more research about that company, their strategies, etc. Okay, so please work on your table. Yeah, Chan, if your preferences are not that well known, you can choose other companies. You don't have to choose companies on this list, okay? But this PDF, it teaches you a lot about the world's leader brands. You know, these are the world's top 100 brands. So you might as well try to learn from them. But if you, of course, you can include other companies, let's say smaller companies, startups, for sure. You can definitely do that. Okay, but I share this report to better understand the strategies used by these top global brands, like develop some familiarity with these brands and what they do. Okay. So if we come back to the table, benchmarking table, you will continue with company brands now. Okay, identify 4 companies. Let's say Apple. First, you will choose keywords, type them up. Steve Jobs, iPad, Tim Cook, iPad, iPod, Apple Music, Apple Stores, Apple TV, all these things related to Apple. They have a genius system, right? And what are the lessons you can learn from Apple's success story? The value of Apple is 2.5 trillion, right? So it's the most valuable company in the world, let's say. What can you learn from, how did they achieve this? Maybe say a few words about their success and what you can learn from them. And action points, maybe you can apply for a job internship there. You can learn more about their strategies. You can go to Apple Norwich and make some observations there, spend some time there, maybe attend a training program there. You can watch Tim Cook's product launches on YouTube and try to learn from them, etc. Go to their website. Okay, so please choose 4 companies and then populate the table. Just type up quickly. I want you to now capture your initial ideas. You can always come back, develop them more later on. But for now, just capture your initial ideas and type them up. Okay. So please type them up. Type your ideas as much as you can. Try to wrap up your work in 1 minute. You can always continue after the seminar, of course. But for now, let's wrap up our ideas. So you will identify 4 companies. Try to choose companies that you would love to apply for, you would love to work for, so that you learn more about these companies. Okay. Okay, let's wrap this up. Okay, let's continue with individual brands. I want you to choose 3 or 4 individuals. 3 to 4 individuals. We will call them individual brands. These might be your role models, people who inspired you. You can choose celebrities, you can choose business leaders, people who really admire you. And what can you learn from their personal brand and their strategies? Let's say you have chosen Oprah. So think about all the keywords about Oprah. Let's say O Magazine, own TV channel, Oprah Winfrey Network. She has her own content empire, media empire. She's a champion of diversity. She's a charismatic leader. She's good friends with Obamas and Megans and Harrys, etc. So she has a she's very well connected all over the world. And she does a lot of social responsibility projects. So what can you learn from the success story of Oprah? Say a few words, just summarize them. And in the action point, how can you continue learning about Oprah? Let's say read more about her biography. Does she have a book? Maybe she has written a book, or there is a book about her. Maybe read that book. Specify that book, do some research. Maybe she has done some talks. You can watch those talks. Does she have a TED talk? Maybe you can watch it. I don't know. And what about her social media accounts? Maybe you can follow them. Is she on TikTok? I'm not sure. Or if she on Instagram, etc. Okay, so what are your action points? Just say a few things. Yeah. And do this for each individual. You can choose 3 individuals. If you choose 3 individuals, then you can eliminate the 11th one. Or you can, if you have more, a 4th person, you can include an 11th brand if you wish. Okay, so please populate the last part of the table, individuals. Cool. Richard Garfield. That's cool. Magic the Gathering. That's very cool. I didn't know that. Thank you. I'll check him out. Do you have any other role models? You can type up, actually. We can learn from each other. I didn't know about Richard Garfield, for example. So if you have any like particular role models that you would like to share with the class, feel free to type them up so that we can learn from each other. Cool. So please finish up your table as much as you can. Of course, you can always come back. Let's try to wrap this up. So the last part, if you want, you can also check out the following resources. Fast Company, they choose the most creative people in business every year. You can check them out, check their list. Or you can also choose from BBC4 Desert Island Discs. They generally invite people who are extremely successful to this program. So they are, like, many of them are great role models. And you can also check out Time 100 lists. Time magazine chooses 100 influential people every year. Maybe you can choose some of them from that list as you wish. So you might want to choose your people from these lists as well if you want. Check out these. Okay. For example, I have come across this poster. These are lessons from Steve Jobs, and they designed it like an iPad. You know, each principle is an insightful lesson from the career and life of Steve Jobs. Which is so cool, I think. Okay, so any questions about benchmarking table? Try to choose the brands that appeal to you. If you want to live in a particular country, choose that country brand. If you want to work for a company, then choose that company as your brand. If you are inspired by careers of certain people, artists, choose them as your individual brand. Okay? So any questions before we finish? In the table, yes, you need to include 3 countries, 4 brands, 4 companies, yeah, and 3 to 4 individuals, yeah. So in total, it can be 10 or 11 brands, yeah. Any questions about benchmarking table? Are you clear? So that will be your seminar 5, yeah, seminar 5 activity. So attach this as your seminar 5 activity, benchmarking table. Okay. Cool. Now let's continue with seminar 8 then. Seminar 8, you will prepare a canvas. You have 2 options here. You can either create a business model canvas or a personal branding canvas. So if you choose a business model canvas, that is if you want to become an entrepreneur. Let's say you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to establish your own business, then you will summarize your business idea on this canvas, okay, if you choose this option. Whereas personal branding canvas is where you prepare a personal branding canvas to improve your employability. So if your priority is to find a job, then you can choose the second one, personal branding canvas. In the personal branding canvas one, you reflect on your employability and your personal brand when you are applying for jobs. Whereas in the first one, you are creating an enterprise, a company. You are acting as an entrepreneur. Okay, so let's go over both of them so that you can choose. So business model canvas, you can summarize all your business in just one page. It was proposed by Alexander Osterwalder in the book called Business Model Ontology. It helps you to reflect systematically about your business and all of its elements. So as you can see, on the right-hand side, you have customers. Who is your target segment? How do you build relationship with them? How will you reach them? How do you add value? Value proposition is at the center. You summarize it. And on the left-hand side, you see the operational side, strategic operational side. Who are your partners? Who are your activities? Who are your resources? And at the bottom, you have the finances. What are your costs and revenues? So these are the key questions that you need to answer. If you choose business model canvas, then try to respond to these questions. Let's say you want to establish your own company as an entrepreneur, then do this one. Okay, so you prepare a business model canvas of your own company that you wish to establish. Okay, think of yourself as the entrepreneur, yeah, and try to respond to these questions. There are more questions here that will help you, but let's look at some sample ones. This is Netflix business model, for example. Like, how do they create value? Their value proposition, you can see it at the center. 24/7 on-demand entertainment, 30-day free trial, unlimited access, no commercials, right? And who are their segments? How do they build relationship with their customers? What are their strategies? So this is for Netflix. You won't do it for a well-known firm. You will create it for your own company, okay? So this is Tesla. How does Tesla create value? Again, you can see their strategies here. How do they add value? They recently became 1 trillion, right? This week, Tesla they surpassed $1 trillion market share, which was a huge milestone. So they add a lot of value, right? So this is how they do that. You can have a look at their canvas. How does Uber add value? Again, this is Uber's model, Uber's business model canvas. And how does Airbnb add value? Again, you can find the value proposition, business model canvas of Airbnb here. So looking at these samples, what I want you to do, if you want this option, if you want to become an entrepreneur, then you will create your own business model canvas, okay? So think about your own value proposition. How do you create value, capture value, add value? And you respond to these questions, okay? Like, how do you add value? How do you build relationships with customers? And what are your key activities, key resources, etc.? Costs and revenues. Okay. So I included all the list of questions on your slides. Check these out. Okay. These are the questions that you need to address for each box. So if you choose this option, you will create the business model canvas for your maybe term project. You can do it for your term project. Remember your asset creation project, your entrepreneurial business proposal, or your 7i project. You can do a business model canvas for your project. If you choose the entrepreneurial business proposal, you will already think about this. Think about your entrepreneurship, right? So do this. Create your canvas. Okay, this is your worksheet. You can download this. It is on your seminar section, and you will just populate this table. Okay, if you choose this option. So choose this option if you want to go entrepreneurial or artistic. So like this is more valuable for you if you want to be self-employed or entrepreneurial. Let's say you want to become a boss for yourself. You want to become an artist. You want to become an entrepreneur. Then fill out this form. It will better help you. But if you want to apply for a job and improve your employability, the second option is personal branding canvas. So I'll go over the second option as well, okay? So in the personal branding canvas, you will add, so instead of the business model canvas, as you can see, this is a business model canvas, by the way. You can visualize it as well here. So you can see the value proposition is a reading spa. Who are the target segments? They are frequent business travelers and busy parents who love reading. So you can visualize your value and business model just like this if you choose the business model canvas, okay? So this was the business model canvas. But if you choose the personal branding canvas, then you adapt everything to yourself as a person, and your focus will be to improve your employability. So this is an example, personal branding canvas. This is a handout. You will just populate this handout. I will tell you more about this, okay? How you will prepare this personal branding canvas. But your audience should be companies who will hire you. And I'll go through how to create this one, personal branding canvas. So please choose your option. So this is seminar 6 activity, your canvas, okay? You will choose one of the options. Will you be choosing business model canvas or personal branding canvas? Please choose your option and start working on your own option, okay? Download that handout and start typing up your comments, okay? Please make your choice and start working on your canvas. I'll show you an example for personal branding canvas. I'll show you an example. It is a sample personal branding canvas. I'll show you an example of that. Here's a sample if you want to do the personal branding canvas. So here's how you prepare it. This one is a bit more complicated, and many of you will be applying for jobs. So you want to improve your employability. That's why I'm giving you a bit of more details here. Whereas the other one, business model canvas, like if you are entrepreneurial or artistic, then I mean, you can better handle this. I think you can create your business model canvas. It's more straightforward. This one, let's go over the sample. Who is your audience? Start with your audience. Put the companies that you will be applying for. Google, business partner position, let's say. Samsung, sales and marketing position. Apple, marketing position. Microsoft, sales position. Aviva, HR, etc. Or will you be applying for some startups? Maybe you can put them. So please type up as we go over. So this is your audience. You want to improve your employability, remember. And then why should they hire you? You can type up who you are and why should they prefer you among all the other job candidates. Why should they hire you? So I'm a young, dependable team member with passion for knowledge and strategic marketing, let's say. I have extensive knowledge in customer service as a result of my team member experiences at Subway. Let's say you can mention your experiences. I'm a fast, eager learner, proved by my distinctive academic record. I'm a hard worker, eager to learn and develop skills in the field of international marketing, let's say. So make a list of these, yeah? Why should they hire you? In the next box, how do they know you? So they use these elements, right? So think about how you will best represent your strengths in each of these documents. Let's say job application form. You might share some evidence and stories on your job experiences or life experiences on this form. On your CV, you can make it updated, customized. You can also expand on your work experiences, academic achievements here on your CV so that they know you better. In your cover letter, you can offer specific insights and detailed information on your previous accomplishments, experiences, passions, curiosities. Show them that you really care and you really love this job. If you get it, like you're really passionate, curious about this job. Yeah. And they also know you from your LinkedIn profile. So if you don't have a LinkedIn, make sure you have a LinkedIn profile as well and make it detailed. Okay, so this is how they know you. They know you through this application form, CV, cover letter, and LinkedIn profile. So make sure that you create some strategies to represent yourself in the best way on these documents. Okay. At the center, what do you promise? What are the benefits you promise to the company? Make a list of them. For example, I have problem-solving skills in high-tech areas. I have a great quality portfolio of experiences. I have 2 internships at accounting companies, 1 internship at a national bank. Just make a list of these. I have organizational and budgeting skills because I was the event organizer in this society. I have dedication and optimism. Give an example of that. Let's say I have flexibility and adaptability. Give an example of, again, like whenever you mention something, make sure you give some evidence or example. And you can also talk about how you will contribute to this organization if you get the job. If you get the job, what will you do? Okay. Can you give example about your confidence, your positive energy, etc.? So all the soft skills, professional experiences, soft skills, your contribution, you know, all your skill set, they go here. Make a list of them and provide specific evidence. Okay, provide specific examples wherever you can. In the next one, what do you offer? Put more specific things here. For example, languages. Are you fluent in which languages? Do you have some written oral communication skills? Do you have some certificates? Do you have some software? Do you know some software? Let's say, do you have a driving license? You can drive anywhere. Do you can you move? Can you move easily? Can you travel? Go for international travel? Are you fit for international travel? Are you ready for it? Etc. So think about all the specific things that you can also offer. Okay. Why are you credible? List your accomplishments here. I was in Vodafone Girls workshop. I moved to a different country, provided responsibility for moving, establish a new life. Any other things? Have you run a marathon? Do you have some distinctions? Do you have some awards? So anything about your success record, put them here. Do you have a YouTube following or Instagram following? How many people follow you on YouTube or Instagram, or have you achieved some viral videos on TikTok? So all of these things can go here. Okay. Why are you credible? And who are you? You can give a little bit of flavor here about your background. I was born in this city. I have this type of personality. These are my values. Here is a bit about my background, my personal history, maybe family. I'm an optimist. Give an example. Do you have some particular interests and hobbies? Let's say I'm interested in K-pop. I'm a fan of Blackpink and BTS, let's say drawing, nature, writing fiction, acting, theater, French. So make a list of all these different things that make you who you are. Okay, give a bit of flavor. And at the bottom, what do you get if you get the job? So if you get this job, this career, what are the results that you will get? Think about all the benefits that you will get if you get the job. You will have a wage, salary, you will have some pension, benefits, you will advance to a better career position, you will have opportunities to learn and improve yourself, chances to grow your knowledge base maybe. You will improve your networks. Think about all career benefits, think about job security, etc. Make a list of all of them, yeah? And the last one, what do you need to do in order to get the job? What are the investments that you need to do in yourself? So what are your learning requirements? How will you address them? Will you improve your programming skills? Will you develop your social media knowledge, etc.? Will you develop some skill set? Will you read new books, etc.? Okay, so this is how you prepare the personal branding canvas. Is this clear? Consultancy in a specific field. You can go with both avenues. Amit Kumar, it's up to you. I mean, if you go with, so if it is if this is like a one person, you will be the consultant, right? You will be the consultant. If you want, like, they are very similar anyway, you know, like if you want to think as yourself as the consultant, then I would go with the personal one. If you are a one person, this is a one person business, you are the consultant, you want to work on your personal brand as a consultant, then go with this one, okay? But if you want to focus on the enterprise, your business model of your consultancy, like how will you really establish your business model? Maybe you will be working with other people, right? Then you will need to think more systematically about your business model and your startup. Then choose the other one, okay? Like, it is up to you, but both of them will be useful, and they are very similar to one another as well. You know, in this one, you are the brand, yeah. In the personal branding canvas, you are the brand. In the other one, business is the brand. So yeah, exactly. If like, choose this one if you want to go like with yourself. You are the consultant. It's a personal approach. You all have a one-man job, yeah. So focus on yourself, improving yourself with this one. With the other one, you focus on the business model itself, yeah. So you focus on the business, your how you organize the business, how you create value through your business, through your entity, yeah. But as you can see, both of them are like immensely useful. So like, you can try them both and see which one is more useful for you, as you wish. Okay. Any questions about your canvas? So you will be choosing either the personal branding canvas or the business model canvas. And then you have the handouts already. Download those handouts and populate your table. Okay. Is everything clear? So that will be your seminar 6 activity. So in seminar 5, you create your benchmarking table. And in seminar 6, you create your canvas. So that was the activity of today. And this is the end of our seminar. Let's keep in touch. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Please register your attendance if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for your attention. And I will see you in our Friday lecture. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and your amazing hard work. Thank you. Bye-bye.